Matter and energy. What is energy? Energy is another word for power. It allows things to move, makes machines work, and helps living things grow. Forms of energy. Energy exists in many forms. Animals get energy from eating food. Electrical energy is associated with the tiny units called atoms that make up everything in the universe. This energy is created when particles called electrons move from one atom to another. Heat and light are also forms of energy. One form of energy that can be transferred into another. For example, a battery turns stored chemical energy into electrical energy. In a light bulb, electrical energy changes to light and heat. Energy is either potential or kinetic. Each form of energy can be described as either potential energy or kinetic energy. Potential energy is stored energy. For example, when chemical energy of food is stored energy, when people eat, their bodies change the stored energy into moving energy, such as heat, energy, or mechanical energy. Potential energy can also come from the position of an object. An object with potential energy, because of its position, has the ability to move. For example, potential energy is stored in a rock perched on a cliff. It is also stored in an arrow stretched back on a bowstring. If the cliff crumbles under the rock falls. If the string is let go, it moves forward and pushes the arrow through the air. As the rock and arrow move, they gain kinetic energy. This is also called moving energy. All moving objects have kinetic energy, even atoms. The total moving energy of all atoms in an object is called heat energy or thermal energy. The moving energy of a rock rolling down a hill is called mechanical energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. An automobile engine changes chemical energy into mechanical and heat energy. A tree changes radiant energy into chemical energy. Hammering a nail changes mechanical energy to deformation and heat energy. A thermonuclear reaction changes nuclear energy to radiant and heat energy. An electrical mixer changes electrical energy into mechanical and heat energy. A lamp changes electrical energy to radiant and heat energy. Energy can't be created or destroyed. Instead, it changes form. Energy changes form whenever it is used to do work. A scientific law is something that describes a wide range of observations and results from experiments. One law about energy is called the law of conservation of energy. This law states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It also states that energy can neither appear out of nowhere nor vanish into nowhere. When energy is used to power something, that energy is not really being used up. Rather, it is being changed from one form of energy to another. When people eat, their bodies change the chemical energy of food into heat energy and mechanical energy. This helps them stay warm and move around. The sun and other energy sources. The sun is the source of almost all energy on Earth. The sun makes plants grow. When animals eat the plants, they gain energy from the chemicals that make the plants. When the plants die, they break down. Over millions of years, this process creates what is called fossil fuels. Fossil fuels include petroleum, natural gas, and coal. These are used to run factories, heat homes, and power cars. Humans use energy from many different sources. They harness the power of wind, water, and sunlight. Plants and animals provide energy in the form of food. People also burn oil, coal, and natural gas for energy. They get nuclear energy from uranium atoms. See the graphic above. Burning fossil fuels create greenhouse gases, which cause global warming. Fossil fuels are being used up very quickly. For these reasons, scientists have tried to find other sources of energy to replace them. Some of these sources have been used for many years. They include wind, water, and heat from inside the earth. Sailboats use the power of wind to move them along. Water mills use water from rivers to turn wheels that grind grain. In ancient times, some people used hot gases from inside the earth to heat their houses. They ran the hot air through pipes underneath their floors. Scientists gradually learned to use these natural sources to create new forms of energy. These new forms of energy include electricity and nuclear energy. For example, the wind energy is now used to turn machines that create electricity. In sunny areas, devices collect the heat of the sun and store it so that they can be used to heat water in houses. Other devices turn the sun's rays into electricity. This is known as solar energy. Scientists have also learned how to use some certain atoms to make nuclear energy. Nuclear power can also be used to create electricity.